Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to give you some fast break drills so that you can teach your team how to run the fast break and score easier off the fast break. But on the other end of this, it'll also help your team defend the fast break a lot better as well. So hello everyone, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training. If you're new to this channel, on this channel I show you basketball plays, drills, and skills. So if you like that stuff, hit that like button and subscribe. But anyways, today I am going to give you some fast break drills, offensive drills, but because there is a defensive aspect, it's going to teach your team how to defend the fast break as well. So let's get down to the clipboard and let's check these out. Okay, so first off, don't worry about those three players. Normally they would be in a line over there in these three lines, except I just didn't put them there because that's in the next drill. So first drill, we're going to have red playing defense, blue playing offense. What's going to happen? The first player in the defensive line has to get his butt back on defense. It's going to be 2-on-1. And what's going to happen is these two players are going to be running down court, trying to, for one, beat player 2, but player 2 needs to stop these two offensive players from scoring on this basket. So basically what's going to happen is these two players are going to be running down, and then what we're going to have is player 2, he is going to go and try and stop player 1. Player 1 would pass over here for a layup, or he might just sit in the middle and possibly take a charge. But he needs to try and figure out a way of stopping these two players. Everyone has their own different strategies. Personally, I have him sit in front of the rim so that he decides to take whichever player is going to go in for a layup. Now, offensively, they can go and drive, stop, do a hop step, and pass over for a layup, or they could pull up for a shot and hopefully 6 gets the rebound. There's a few different options there as well, depending on the height of this player. There's many different options that can happen. Let your players experiment. You can give them ideas as well of what they can do too. That way they can all learn together. Now in this next drill I'm going to show you, we have 2 defensive lines and 3 offensive lines. Now what's going to happen here is the first player in each of these lines, they are going to be running back for defense. Tallest player in the back, shortest player up front. And then what's going to happen at the same time, I'm just going to move them there right now because I don't have that many fingers, I guess. Next, we're going to have player 1. He's going to be outletting the player 5, who is then going to be running up towards the middle of the court. Player 1 is going to follow his pass, and he's going to go up that side. Meanwhile, this player, he's going to be going up the left side, so it's going to be 3-on-2. And they're going to be doing this all at the same time as the defense is running back for defense. And then they're going to go 3-on-2, and one of a few things can happen. Player 5 could pull up for a shot and let player 2 or 1 or 6 get the rebound, or he could pass to 6, which would bring the defense over and a pass over here. Or you could set up an actual play where player 1 would screen for player 6. Player 6 would use that screen. Player 5 would pass to 6, and that would go for a shot. He would obviously go in for the rebound. So there's a few different options there as well, and many different ways of running a 3-on-2 fast break. Out of this as well, you can even run a 4-on-2 fast break as well. So how you would do that is you would have another line of players over here offensively. You would still have your 2 defensive players. They would still be running back for defense. So we'll do that right now. And then what's going to happen is player 1 is going to outlet to player 6. Player 6 is then going to take middle. Player 1 is going to go up on this side. We're going to have player 4 sprinting up the sideline, and player 5 is going to be going up the middle on the right side of player 6. So it's going to look like this, just like that. And then from there, it's going to be many different teams have different strategies on a 4-on-2. I personally have player 1 cutting, player 6 cutting towards the rim. If neither of those players are open, I'm going to have player 4 set a screen because he's on the side that has the extra player. Player 1 is going to then use that screen, and we're going to pass the ball around to player 1 for the shot, mid-range or 3-point shot. Player 6 would go in for the rebound. Player 5 would go in for the rebound. Player 4 would stay there boxing out player 2. And then what we would have is a player shooting a somewhat high percentage shot depending on how open he is. Meanwhile, 3 players getting a rebound versus 2. Now you could also have him do a mid-range. That works as well. Or what you could have is, while this is all happening with player 1 using that screen, he could pop out to where player 5 was, and player 5 could be cutting towards the rim. And because of that, player 2 is going to be trying to fight through possibly. And if that is the case, player 5 could be open for the layup. Player 1 could be open for the shot as well. So there's a few different options that can happen here as well, and many different strategies that you can use on the fast break. Of course, if you have your own strategies, leave them in the comments below. Now, I hope that these drills help your team win more games. If they do, let us know in the comments below, and I will see you guys again tomorrow for another daily basketball video.